It is time to move on into the next track. Double Negative, Low. Moving on from Tempest, we learned a little bit about Shakespeare. And now it's time we shake our spears and move on into Always Up, the next track here on the album, of course, as we move little by little through it here. I think that this is a fantastic album. Just want to say the journey is fantastic, and the ups and downs, the lows and the highs, the sounds that they're working, I think are really incredible, genuinely. Always Up is the next track here. We're listening to this because it's suggested and sponsored by Yerky Floor. Thank you so much, as always, for the support. I really appreciate that. And I love listening to Low. So this is an enjoyable journey for sure. Let's go ahead and move on into this next track. We'll discuss it a little bit after. Here we go. It's like a flute kind of sound almost. How their voices in synchronicity act like a choir almost. I like that held flute-like note.
Can't you see, can't you see, can't you see, can't you see? I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. Can't you see, can't you see, can't you see, can't you see? I see you.
Comes right back just wanted to see how it moved into it. That immediate crushing sound, just obliterating the atmosphere. Okay. Always Up. I love how emotional and vulnerable this track feels. I like how they both, Alan and Mimi, sing here in unison. To me, acting like almost like a choir. Like, some of the little effects, maybe either on their voice, very minimal it seems, and then mostly the soundscape around them. It just gives off this kind of choir-like sound together that I think is absolutely beautiful. It sounds so mesmerizing. And with vulnerable and naked are words, but the bare way that they bear their soul, I think, in their delivery here is really, really enrapturing, especially because of the scenery, the musical scenery that they're engaged in. Just this very sustained flute sound that I see as a bass flute that's performed by Micah Vanderland on this particular track. And I like how that's just kind of this always present thing. It's this almost near omnipresent sound that just kind of lingers throughout the veins of this track. And then you have this very, to me, icy, snowy kind of gentle and once again minimal landscape that's happened. As if after a snowstorm and it's just the land is covered in white. It's minimal because there's no details of anything. It's just pure white snow. Barely details of hills and ridges and stones and nothing like that. It's just a white landscape. And their voices are those icy winds that blow on top, those gust of wind that makes you shiver a little bit and calls you home or towards something warm. I think that they are absolutely fantastic. I really love when the music kind of walks away and you're just left with this isolation of their voices, in which that's where I really feel like it's so emotional bare, literally because of the bareness of their voices, but it just feels like it's working towards that. Then you have that little melody, that little piano-like melody or keyboard-like melody that kind of comes on top and kind of does a little dance, does a few movements before eventually it just kind of fades away once again. And I think that this is like a really lovely track in the atmosphere that they build up to it. And can I tell you that in the ending, in this section here, as it was going away, what am I doing over here? That is not what I was listening to. Here, as I was getting to this part, you have that little high-pitched, kind of almost a whine of sorts that comes in here. Still kind of, it's that sustained note, which kind of either sounds like distant voices or maybe it's just notes from a synth or something. The actual soundscape of that reminded me of something. What did it remind me of? I'm going to show you. Don't worry. I'll show you exactly what it reminded me of. It reminded me of, I want a big picture. It'll do. It reminded me of this. That's what it reminded me of. It's like the only album I've like fully heard from Sigur Rós. Okay, let's look at the lyrics here. Always up must be tough. Temptation, frustration. Like, it must always be tough trying to go only up, or always being on the up, always being looking for progress and growth. The temptations could bring you down. Frustrations could bring you down. Turn it out, break it down. Mistaken, unshaken. Turn it out, break it down. Come back to the bare. Start from the simple things. Don't be mistaken and remain unshaken. Then this self-mantra, I believe, can't you see, can't you see? I see it. So there's your answer, the response. I see it. Hearts trailing, what you so afraid of? What are you so afraid of? Almost like there's two people speaking here, perhaps. One person's almost doubting, like, oh, it must be tough to always try and be up, to always try and do better every day. You know, temptations could bring you down, frustrations could bring you down. The other person responds, turn it out, break it down, start from the simple things, remain unshaken. You got it. The person responds, I believe. Okay, they're accepting And the other person once again says, I should have said person A, person B. Can't you see? Can't you see? He's saying, I believe. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see from your perspective, from your point of view. And then the answer, the revelation, I do see it. So what are you so afraid of? Heart's trailing. So what are you so afraid of? The heart will follow you. The heart will follow you. But you have to set pace. You have to set the, I guess I just said it, the pace, the standard, the course. You have to set the course and the heart will follow. And I think that actually works really well as kind of a conversation between two people. One beginning with doubts and looking at the other person as perhaps being a bit naive in their positivity. And then the naive person explaining it, saying, just believe a little bit. Person A saying, okay, I'll try it. And then what do you know? Then what do you know? I think we're on to something here. I think we're on the up and up on something here. Let me know. And double negative, I guess, would equal to positive, wouldn't it? Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. Yerkeflor, thank you so much once again for the recommendation and for the support. Truly appreciate it. I hope that you guys have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you all on the up and up. Bye.